All right, Kenman here, and today we have another Amazon unboxing. In my quest to find every single interesting and strange knife for my collection, I came across this one. What are we going to get into today? Let's not waste any time and find out. Here we are. Whoa, partially opened. Nothing else in there. Bag on the floor. Let's just pretend. Reverse that up there. Pretend that's all sealed. Boom. Oh, yeah, no, we have it. It is a Cold Steel. The Mini Tac by Cold Steel. Anytime, anywhere. Warranty information. Mini Tac Bowie comes complete with a secure X sheath. Please use caution when handling cold steel products. Knives are extremely sharp. All right, we're getting into a fixed blade cold steel today. Who's seen this before? I had not. And just going through my searches, came across this one. I have several from Cold Steel. Fun little company. Box on the floor. Bag that isn't even containing knife. Also on the floor. Looks like they're calling this a neck knife. Forgive us the little chain accessory for putting it around your neck there so you could weave that through here somehow and set up a neck knife carry. I'm not usually a neck carrying guy. I'll probably end up looking for a clip. We'll look at some of the options that I've got already here in a couple seconds, minutes, forward in time. Mini bag set aside. Maybe I want to put that chain back in there. I might use this for a giveaway. I might keep it. Who knows? I should save the stuff just in case. All right, let's get into it. Cold Steel Mini Tac Bowie. There it is. Look at this. Been getting into more fixed blades lately. Ooh, that really locks you into position. So I've been looking at some of the smaller ones, some of the more daily carry styles, something that I could use as an EDC. Little oil on there. Let me get a cloth and just give it a quick little wipe. Definitely a shiny surface coating. Kind of a gray, almost like it's just really shiny. I don't know if that's just the oil on there or the finish that they got on that is not quite like a lot of knives I've got. It's kind of a matte finish, but it's super shiny. Is that possible? Matte and shiny at the same time. Feel a little imperfection right there. I wonder what. All right, that came off. That looks like it is coated with something. I'll have to look into that and see what that's all about. Anybody have one of these? So the Secure X sheath clicks into position, does not fall out. That is no movement, no play in that sheath. Easy little push out, and you've got your knife. We'll set that aside for now, and we will check out this knife. The Mini Tac. Cool looking Bowie kind of a design. We've got some jimps on the back, just 4 little jimps. They are deep cut jimps. Not really rough textured, but you can feel that they're the depth on there when you slide your thumb across them. They give you a little bit of that grip. I almost prefer a few more, but you know me, I like a good jimp. So I could put the middle finger in that little lock spot and kind of get in there for some cuts like this. That actually feels comfortable like that in my hand, and getting in there, that kind of that trigger grip. My index finger is longer, so it kind of sits on that clip point. What does everyone think about this one? Kind of a weird design. This really drops down. That actually is the lowest point on the blade. That actually sits lower than that nub does right there. But it really locks you in. Obviously, no forward. The choke up would be as if I was putting my finger up there, but other than that, you're pretty much holding it there, which gives me a 3 and like a quarter, almost 3.5 finger grip. You could probably tie a lanyard through that hole. That's kind of a not really necessarily designed for a lanyard, but it would work. Might give me that extra little grab. Who would put one of those on there? So, got some branding, cold steel China. Blade steel is 8CR, 13 MOV. And then mini tack on that side. The branding's a little big. It doesn't really stick out too terribly much. You know me, I kind of prefer the minimal on the branding or put it in a less noticeable place. But that looks fine. Handle is just as simple. It's a flat, textured, what are they calling this? The Grivex handle. Feels kind of like a G10. That edge is kind of rough because of the texture on there. So the way that they've got this isn't really any contour. It's just flat. So then there's this cut on the edge. And right where the smooth curves around and meets that texture, that's actually kind of rough. Not like it's going to cut you, but it does feel rough. It's very grippy. This texture is kind of aggressive in that aspect, so it does have some good grip. But that edge right there, I almost feel like they should knock that down. I mean, I guess it could help in the grip, but right across that corner, I feel like that could be smoother. Personal taste. Maybe someone's like, oh, you want it extra grippy. You want it not to slip out. I don't know. For a smaller knife, though, it feels like you've got a lot of blade sticking out the end of there, like more blade. Yeah, it does look like there's more blade than there is handle on here. So no opening styles, no blade is centered, I guess. We got a full tang all the way through one piece on that 8CR13. A couple holes through the center. I guess for some weight reduction, although the handle is smaller than the blade, so almost just, that's pretty much almost in the center there, but the handle is just a little bit heavier when it starts going. It doesn't really go towards the blade as much, but the second it starts kind of heading that way, it looks like it's pretty close to right about there, though. Doesn't feel bad. This could be a nice little carry user. Clip seems big. I mean, it's not tacoed over to one side, so you've got it kind of two pieces sandwiched together. So you can see the seam all the way around here, and then you have the rivets or whatever on both sides versus if they just did like a one piece. I don't know if that would make it any better or smaller or not. It seems like it's kind of bulky. Although getting in here, it's like you can't really get in. Although you really only need to kind of just get a little bit of grip on it. I feel like you almost would want a little more sticking out, a little bit easier to grab onto. Might have to get in there. Not so bad. Overly critical here, Kenman. All right, you enjoy these unboxings? If so, hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Okay, small little fixed blade here, just under 7 inches. We're looking at 6 7/8 end to end. Blade is 3.5. You could almost say 3 3/4, but it's really more of a 3.5 inch blade with a 3 1/4 inch cutting surface. Nice big curve on that belly and the front. Handle is 3 1/4. Okay. Did I do the actual? Yeah, I guess I did everything. Sometimes the fixed blades get me. I get into a mode of doing all the folding knives, and then the fix, there's less. There's less. 0.1. So that 0.1 carries all the way out to there, and then you've got a little relief on the top, not sharp, and then the grind on the other side. So you're looking at about 0.1, 0.34 on the handle thickness. middle of that handle, 0.96. That big tip, 1.32. And then the blade is 1.16. Man, this battery, I tell you what, it's been dying for months. How many videos has it been dying for? Comment below. How many more are we going to get? I feel like it's never going to die. It's telling me it's going to die, but it's never going to. All right, let's get some weights. 2.72. Smaller, thin, not too heavy. Compare everything with the Drop Bear from Kaiser, 3.28. Grab a couple smaller fixed blades, the Kubi Quaken 1.7, and another neck knife, the CRKT Minimalist 1.4. You can grab a larger one here, Kaiser Milita, more of a full size, 4.53. All right, so not a bad size, 2.72 on that weight. Who has one of these? I've never seen it before. I was surprised. Generally, I look at a lot of companies, and I've seen a lot of cold steel. I've gone through there, but first time I saw it, I was like, yep, good price. It was on sale. Pick it up. So this is the Kaiser Drop Bear. Excellent, great EDC size to compare off of. Many, many knives are in this size category, kind of the not quite full size. So it looks like the handle is a little bit bigger, almost a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch longer on the handle. But then the blade on the mini tack is a 1/4 inch more longer than the Drop Bear. So that overall length is actually a little bit smaller. If we put them end to end, the Drop Bear is just a little bit longer, but that min tack definitely has a longer blade, shorter handle. The Kubi Quaken, also just about exactly the same length. Quaken might just be a slight hair longer, barely. But handle length ratio is a little bit more normal average for a knife here versus like if I turn this around, see how like these kind of line up more. The handle and the blade are the same length, and the handle and the blade over here are the same length approximately. So you'd say this is a little bit more of a standard ratio. So the Mintac kind of has smaller handle, larger blade, if that's something you're looking for. And then the little Minimalist from CRKT. This is kind of a very similar kind of comparative knife. This is definitely a larger version since they got those little finger grooves. It kind of locks your hand into a position. So this one's really nice because it's definitely smaller. Also has that neck knife sheath. But this, you get really locked in with the triple finger grab. It's not going anywhere. You can also do that same kind of choke up. It is a little bit smaller. So if you're looking for something tiny, a little more manageable, maybe check out the Minimalists. A lot of different versions of them. Got another one over here with a cleaver style to it. But both these with that clip point, similar. You can see the handle is definitely a little bit shorter. Actually, it's pretty close, but not by much. And then the blade is almost twice as long on this Mintac. How about that? There we have it. This is a cool looking knife. I might do a little testing on it. I might save this for a giveaway. I don't know. I do enjoy it. It is a little different than any other knives. There's some similarities, but it's unique. I'll probably do some carries, tests with it over time here, and maybe make some new scales for it. What do we think? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.